Throwing the ball's easy. It's that other stuff that's hard.
They say the NFL is a league of adjustments. Year 1 is all about proving you belong. Year 2 is about proving you can lead. And right now, all eyes are on Denver because Bo Nix just might be on the verge of one of the biggest sophomore leaps we've seen in years.
Nix to throw. Looking for the end zone. Looking for the back corner. It is caught. Touchdown.
His rookie season wasn't just solid. It was proof that Denver finally found stability at quarterback after nearly a decade of disappointment. He showed poise, accuracy, and flashes of brilliance that had fans whispering, wait a minute, did the Broncos finally get it right? But here's the thing, rookie years don't define legacies. Sophomore years do. That's when defenses start to study your every move, when the league tests if you're for real, and when a quarterback either rises into stardom or fades into just another name on a long list of almosts.
60-yard attempt. Wilson lost the football. Rolling towards the sideline.
For Bo Nix, the stage is bigger, the expectations are higher, and the weapons around him are better than ever. Courtland Sutton locked in as his go-to.
Touchdown, Sutton. They beat McDuffie.
Marvin Mims stretching the field.
Mims got the ball.
Troy Franklin bringing back that Oregon chemistry.
Nix roaming to the right. Steps up. Uncorked down the field.
Add in Sean Payton's system, mentorship from Drew Brees, and offseason work with Tom House. And suddenly you start to wonder, is this just another promising young QB, or are we watching the birth of Denver's next franchise cornerstone?
Gone and visited Brees for 4 or 5 days, and that's Tom House in here. And there's a lot that he wants to absorb in a fast period of time, and that's a great thing for a young player like that.
Before we dive into how high Bo Nix can fly in year 2, let's rewind to the foundation he built as a rookie. Bo Nix walked into the NFL with more question marks than guarantees. Critics called him a system quarterback, doubters said his Oregon numbers wouldn't translate, and some even labeled him too safe to ever be a true franchise guy.
Wow. Denver, okay, they reached, so Bo Nix.
Guaranteed bust.
They gave a quarterback close to $90 million to go away, and then in my opinion and others, they massively overdrafted.
But then he stepped onto the field in Denver, and suddenly the narrative began to shift. From his very first snaps, you could see it. Nix wasn't rattled. He wasn't the wide-eyed rookie trying to survive the moment. He played like someone who had been here before, like the pressure of the mile-high stage didn't scare him one bit.
Keep in your dead. They want to squat. We'll kill them.
Instead, he thrived in it. He showed patience in the pocket, took smart risks when the window opened, and delivered throws that silenced the whispers about him being just another college star.
Nix, he's taken this team from a 2-6 start to the playoffs for the first time since Peyton Manning.
The stat sheet told one story, but the eye test told another. Nix wasn't lighting up defenses with 400-yard games, but he was showing something more valuable: consistency. He kept drives alive, hit receivers in stride, and proved he could run Sean Payton's system without looking overwhelmed. For a team that's been starved for quarterback stability since Peyton Manning retired, that consistency alone felt like a revelation. And yet, the best part about Bo's rookie year wasn't just his stats, it was the sense of hope he gave Broncos fans.
I've been waiting for years and years to see it happen. And Bo Nix is the fix. Bo Nix is the fix. Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. We're feeling great. Bo Nix to the moon. Bo Nix to the promised land.
After years of cycling through stopgap quarterbacks, Denver finally had a guy who looked like he belonged. You could see it in the stadium, in the fans who started wearing his jersey, in the way teammates rallied around him. For the first time in a long time, the Broncos had a foundation to build on.
He's someone that works his tail off, wants to improve.
But here's the catch: rookie success can be a trap. Defenses adjust, film piles up, sophomore slumps are real, and the NFL doesn't hand out respect twice. Which is why year 2 isn't just another step for Bo Nix. It's the defining moment that could cement him as the answer Denver's been desperate for, or expose him as just another flash in the pan. And to understand why this sophomore leap feels so different, we've got to look at what Denver has built around him for 2025. If Bo Nix's rookie season was about proving he belonged, then year 2 is about surrounding him with the kind of weapons that let him thrive. And this time, Denver isn't holding back. The Broncos went all in on making sure their young quarterback has every chance to succeed.
The Broncos and Sutton have agreed to a 4-year, $92 million extension.
Let's start with Courtland Sutton. Denver didn't just keep their star wideout around. They doubled down, handing him a 4-year, $92 million extension. That's not just money, that's a message. Sutton is the guy, and Bo Nix is the quarterback they're building around him.
The former Pro Bowl wideout led the Broncos in catches, receiving yards, and touchdowns last season, and he is now signed in Denver through the 2029 season. And the Broncos lock him up for the future for second-year quarterback Bo Nix.
Sutton's size, route running, and ability to win contested catches make him the perfect safety blanket for a young QB. Every great quarterback needs a go-to target, and in Sutton, Nix has exactly that. But it doesn't stop there. Enter Marvin Mims Jr., the Pro Bowl returner who also happens to be one of the fastest, most dynamic receivers in the league. Last year, he gave us flashes of game-breaking speed, a 93-yard touchdown that lit up highlight reels, jaw-dropping kick returns that flipped momentum in an instant.
And from the one, this will be Marvin Mims.
And they did. They felt confident coming into this. They felt like they were going to shock some people, and
Here comes
unfortunately, they shocked it the wrong way as Mims is taking it.
Yeah, I don't know that they're going to get him. Here they go, trying to catch him at the other way. Mims, the rookie.
Now, paired with Nix, Mims isn't just a gadget player. He's a weapon that forces defenses to respect every blade of grass on the field. With Sutton drawing coverage and Mims stretching defenses vertically, Nix suddenly has the kind of spacing that quarterbacks dream of. And then there's Troy Franklin, the wild card, the reunion story everyone's talking about. Franklin was Bo's guy at Oregon, the receiver he built timing, chemistry, and trust with. Now, they're teammates again in Denver, ready to carry that connection from college Saturdays to NFL Sundays. Don't underestimate that bond. Having a familiar face who already knows your rhythm can be the difference between a drive stalling and a touchdown drive that silences the crowd.
2nd and 4. There's Nix going for the long ball. He's got a step on him, and the Broncos!
But Denver didn't just focus on the passing game. They made a move in the backfield that could quietly pay off in a big way. J.K. Dobbins was signed to a 1-year deal, and let's be honest, that's a prove-it contract if there ever was one. Once seen as one of the league's most promising young running backs, injuries derailed Dobbins' career.
I felt like it was the best fit for me. The defense is really good, like super good. Quarterback's amazing. I like the RB room. O-line is amazing as well. So it was a no-brainer. And Coach Sean Payton and all the other coaches on staff too. So I know I'll get coached well here. And I also heard that it's a good fan base. So that's why I'm here.
Now in Denver, he's fighting not just for carries, but for his future in the NFL. That kind of hunger, paired with Nix's developing passing attack, could give the Broncos a balanced offense we haven't seen in years.
The fans have been great, especially in social media and just the outreach, and even my family is getting a lot of support.
Evan Engram is one of the Broncos' most important offensive additions this offseason, joining the team on a 2-year deal worth over $20 million. A 2-time Pro Bowler, Engram is known as one of the league's most reliable pass-catching tight ends, once hauling in over 110 receptions and nearly 1,000 yards in a single season. His 2024 campaign was cut short by injury, but that only makes this move more intriguing, because now, in Sean Payton's offense, Engram is stepping into a system tailor-made for his versatility.
Troy had a great block after the catch. Broke a tackle. I should have freaking scored. Just a good play to start the game. Good play for the offense. Great play to just get the drive going. It was fire, honestly. It was really fire. Just the energy, just the fan engagement. How many fans showed up? Preseason games. It was crazy for that to be a preseason game. I can't wait for this one.
For a young quarterback entering year 2, having a veteran safety valve like Engram could be the difference between stalling out on 3rd downs and keeping drives alive. He's not just another piece of the puzzle. He's a trusted target who immediately raises the ceiling of Denver's passing game. But the offense wasn't the only area Denver upgraded. On the other side of the ball, the Broncos' defense also got a major boost.
So let's review what the Broncos did so far in free agency. This is where they made their biggest impact.
Denver's real backbone heading into 2025 might be its defense. Last year, the Broncos quietly put together one of the best units in football. They finished 3rd in points allowed, 7th in yards allowed, and led the entire NFL with 63 sacks. And now Denver has doubled down. They made key additions that not only keep this defense elite, but might make it downright terrifying.
So there's a decided 49ers contingent coming to the Rocky Mountains. The Broncos add safety Talanoa Hufanga and the linebacker Dre Greenlaw.
One of the biggest splashes came in the secondary with the signing of Talanoa Hufanga, the hard-hitting safety from San Francisco. Hufanga plays the game with a reckless energy that every great defense needs. Adding him to a group already anchored by Patrick Surtain II, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, makes Denver's secondary one of the most dangerous in football.
Again for Cooper Kupp. This one is juggled pick. There goes Hufanga. Hufanga, touchdown, San Francisco, pick 6.
And speaking of San Francisco, the Broncos didn't stop with Hufanga. They also brought in linebacker Dre Greenlaw, a tone setter who plays with relentless aggression.
Linebacker Dre Greenlaw, and they were both very good in 2022. Greenlaw was also good in 2023. Then he popped that Achilles in Super Bowl 58 against the Chiefs.
Greenlaw's arrival gives Denver another enforcer in the middle of the field, someone who can track down running backs, cover tight ends, and bring that edge you need in a playoff-caliber defense. Denver also invested in the future by drafting Texas cornerback Jahdi Barron in the first round. He's young, fast, and versatile, and while he may not start as a day-one lockdown corner, his ability to grow alongside Surtain makes the secondary a long-term nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. What this means for Bo Nix is simple. Time to develop. Time to breathe. Time to make mistakes without every slip-up costing the game. A dominant defense shortens the field, keeps games close, and gives a young quarterback the space to grow into the leader Denver needs him to be. And the beauty of it all? These weapons are being orchestrated by one of the most creative offensive minds in football.
Let's go, Bo Nix. Let's go, man. You say Bo Nix? Come on. That's some fun.
Weapons are great. A top defense is even better. But at the end of the day, none of it matters if you don't have the right leader pulling the strings. And for Denver, that man is Sean Payton.
You know, I'm looking forward to the challenge. The tradition here is amazing, and you know, it's going to take a lot of hard work, but you know, our plan is to win.
This isn't just another head coach trying to rebuild a broken team. This is one of the sharpest offensive minds of the last 20 years. The same coach who took a once inconsistent Drew Brees and transformed him into a Hall of Famer. The same coach who turned New Orleans into a perennial contender. The same coach who knows exactly how to mold a quarterback into a system that maximizes their strengths and hides their weaknesses. And let's be real, Payton's fingerprints were all over Bo Nix's rookie season. You could see it in the play designs, in the confidence Nix had at the line of scrimmage, in the way Denver leaned on precision over chaos. Payton didn't ask Nix to be a gunslinger. He asked him to be efficient, accurate, and decisive, the very traits that made Brees unstoppable for a decade. But here's where it gets scary. Payton hasn't even fully opened the playbook yet. Rookie years are about keeping things simple, about protecting your young quarterback from being overwhelmed. Now, in year 2, the shackles come off. Expect more creative looks, more aggressive concepts, and more trust in Nix to run the show, and Payton isn't doing it alone. He's tapped into the quarterback whisperers of the game, bringing in Drew Brees himself and renowned QB guru Tom House to help refine Nix's mechanics, footwork, and mental processing. This isn't just normal coaching, it's quarterback boot camp.
What specifically did Tom work with you on when you got a chance to work?
Well, we go back every offseason. We look at what we can get better at. And so we just want to tighten a few things up and get, even more efficient.
Imagine being a young signal caller and having not only your head coach, but a Hall of Famer and one of the most respected trainers in football history guiding your every move. And that's the secret weapon. Because when you combine Payton's system with Denver's new offensive firepower and defensive reinforcements, you don't just have a quarterback trying to survive, you have a quarterback positioned to lead. The only question left is simple. With the league watching, is Bo Nix ready to seize his mile-high moment?
My coach at Oregon, Coach Lanning, used to tell us it's all about the illusion of choice, to where people think they have a choice in life, but they really don't.
Think about what's at stake here. Denver hasn't had a true franchise quarterback since Peyton Manning retired. Nearly a decade of stopgaps, trades, and failed experiments left fans frustrated and restless. Every season ended with the same bitter taste. What if we just had the right guy under center? Now, after one promising year, the city is daring to believe again. And that belief comes with pressure unlike anything Nix has faced before. The AFC isn't forgiving. Patrick Mahomes still runs Kansas City. Justin Herbert is in the division. The Bills, Ravens, and Bengals all have proven stars. For Denver to climb back into relevance, they need Nix not just to be good, they need him to be special. So when the season kicks off, every snap will feel heavier, every drive will carry more meaning. Because in Denver, it's not just about wins, it's about redemption. It's about shaking off nearly a decade of mediocrity. It's about proving that the mile-high city still knows what greatness looks like under center. Bo Nix doesn't have to be Peyton Manning. But if he can lead this team back to relevance, if he can take the leap in year 2, he won't just be another quarterback. He'll be the one who finally answered the prayers of Broncos country. And that's why this sophomore season isn't just a chapter in his story. It could be the turning point that defines his entire career. So here we are. Bo Nix has the weapons, he has the defense, he has the coaching staff, and most importantly, he has a city behind him that's desperate for a new hero to believe in. The foundation was built in year 1, but year 2? That's when quarterbacks become legends, or just another footnote. The pressure is massive, the AFC is unforgiving, and the expectations in Denver haven't been this high in years. But if Bo Nix can take the leap, if he can guide this team back into playoff contention, then we're not just talking about a good season. We're talking about the birth of a new era in Broncos football. The question is, will Bo Nix rise to the occasion, or will the sophomore spotlight prove too bright?
There's no choice. You do it, or I guess you get left behind. So it doesn't matter if I want to be doing this or not. I'm doing it.
Broncos fans, NFL fans, and football diehards, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Bo Nix has what it takes to make the leap in year 2? Can he become the quarterback Denver has been waiting for, or is this all just hype? Drop your thoughts below, because this conversation is just getting started. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and want to follow every step of Bo Nix's journey, and all the drama, rivalries, and surprises the NFL throws at us this season, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next.